right, let's go ahead and go live. We should theoretically be live right now. Again, theoretically, I have no idea how the audio is going to sound, whether or not it's going to be proper. I didn't double check any of my OBS settings. I just went, screw it. Let's go live. So, howdy guys. Today I'm just going to be showing off the new setup that I've got for developing, well, a game for Linux and the Steam Deck. I've got it over there, but I think I've cropped myself out, so you probably can't see the Steam Deck sitting way back there on my nightstand, or I mean, I guess it's a nightstand. I don't know. But yeah, I put it way back over there, making a game in Unity for it, and well, I finally get to develop it on Linux because I got Unity to be like stable, which was nice. But let me see if I can get my YouTube to load up where I can see chat. No, because that would just be too easy. Yeah. I love it when YouTube does this where like I can't even see my own live stream. Like that's the best. And chat for it. I mean, I would be able to see chat, but I have to bring chat out with a pop-out window. And I'll bring that over here with us. And yeah, so howdy guys. I hope you guys are doing good. Hamodi, welcome. Jeff or Low Spec, how you doing? How you doing? Now, I'm using BSPWM, Polybar, Picom's my compositor, all here on Arch. And if I'm being completely honest, I really, in all honesty, don't think I'll be changing pretty much anything about the setup. It's really rock solid. It's really nice. I don't have any issues with it. So yeah, I do kind of need to do some redoing on the bottom bars, or this right bar's like adjustment for when I have a whole bunch of icons in it, because it kind of pushes the text over and kind of scrunches it up together, and I'm trying to space it out weirdly. I don't have it perfect, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But pretty much this is what we got going on. I will go over to actually, you know what, I'll just load up CMOS. You load up CMOS here, and I'll go over, and I've got some, these are some of the free tracks. Let me go over here. I'll switch this over. And I need to check and see in OBS about the desktop audio. Make sure that it's not too loud. Got that down a couple decibels. Cool. All right. So now I can switch back over, and we won't hop over into Unity yet. But so this is the desktop that I've got so far. Oh, good Lord. If I could find a workspace that doesn't have anything going on. If I turn up the music, we'll get more. Yeah. I really like the look of my desktop. It's kind of freaking nice. It's kind of nice. I mean, we have, oh yes, and I am working on the neckbeard. I think it's coming along very nicely. Let me go, no, I don't need to switch workspaces. So essentially we got Polybar at the bottom. It's kind of a complicated setup, but not really. I don't really have that many modules. It's just the system tray and then a CPU, RAM, and pulse audio module, and a date and time module, along with the window name. So if I load up something, like the name of whatever I load up will show up down here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've got the spaced out bars, but they're 3 totally separate bars. Let me zoom into my text, and let's vim into my .config, polybar config.ini, and you'll see I've got the bar right, bar center, and bar left, and both the center and left bars inherit the right bar, and just change some things about them, mostly the offset, width of it, and then the modules that it has, and also not having a tray. That's pretty much it. Like, you know, it's pretty simple. Then I've got a script that I actually use to launch it. Polybar start. And so this is just executed by my BSPWM RC at the very end of it. Launches up polybar right, left, and center. You know, not too complicated. Not too crazy. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, that's what I got so far on the polybar config. I will obviously try and update my dot files with all of this here very shortly. But for the desktop visualizer effect, this is actually Glava, which is a program you can get. It was very simple to install and configure. They've got instructions on the website. You just follow them, and then it comes with a config file, or it generates a config file after a command. And then in the config file, you just position it and give it a resolution that you want it to be rendered at. Oh, good Lord, I'm dropping everything. Oh no. So yeah, you give it a resolution you want it to be at, and then you pick a style of visualizer you want. And then I also just added my logo with a little drop shadow underneath it on here, and lined it up, which actually I lucked out, and I added the logo on here with the drop shadow, and then when I set the resolution and everything for the visualizer, it lined up perfectly. So I was like, oh shit, all right. And then I just edited the color for the bars. That's it. And it's actually really easy to set up, like super simple. Actually, Polybar took me way longer to get configured and set up properly compared to the audio visualizer on the screen. And I think that one really makes the desktop look pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Oh, sorry. I kicked up the music just so the audio visualizer would, you know, not be so low, because if I got it turned down low, it's a little hard to see it. But yeah, so that's so far what we got going on. And, you know, obviously if we're not playing anything, it looks good. It's good. Like I like it. The desktop is very nice. So now let's go ahead and talk about, oh, thank you. I like the Glava. It's pretty nice. So now when it comes to Unity and getting Unity set up on here so that I could develop the game, for one, I guess I should go ahead and say a little bit about the game that I'm developing. I planned on saving most of this till Friday, but why not? Let's go ahead and talk about it. So the goal is to make a third person kind of shooter looter survival game. So the goal is that you're going to be, well, building a base. Like when you start off the game, anytime you start it off, it's kind of like a 7 days to die kind of timed thing where you'll be dropped in, you're given nothing and a very minimal base, and you have to go out into the world, scavenge, find supplies, building materials, stuff like that, and not just gear up yourself, but also build up bases and defenses for zombies and also enemies, players. And so you'll have periodic events that will happen where either hordes of zombies will move through, or an enemy faction will try and take you out. And by enemy faction, I mean like there will be like just gangs, like, you know, just gangs that roam, and you'll have to take them out, packs of scavengers, whatever you want to call them, and they'll try and raid your base. And so you'll have to build up your base, put defenses in the base to not only kill and stop attackers, but also kill and protect against hordes. And zombies in this game are also going to be kind of interesting. So zombies will only take damage in the head. You got to shoot for the head to kill the zombies. And also each zombie will have a ballistics vest on with a bomb on them. So each zombie will have a bomb vest that if you shoot, it explodes. When zombies get aggroed and run towards you, when they get a certain distance away, close enough to do some damage, they'll explode. Kind of nice. Not really. So in this game, zombies will roam around and you'll kind of want to avoid them at all costs. So you don't, you know, attract them and have them run over and explode next to you. And then, well, when you shoot the zombies, if you shoot the vest, they'll just explode. And so that'll kind of be a good way of taking out zombies. Like, you know, if there's a group of them really far away, it might be advantageous to shoot some of the, you know, vests or one of the vests and have it explode and take out all three of them, you know. So I don't know, it'll kind of just make zombies a little bit different and more interesting in this game. Let me check chat. Sounds like rage quit. I mean, yeah. If one of them blows up and takes you out, it very well could be pretty upsetting. But yeah, so let me go ahead and show off kind of where the game's at right now, and I'll make it go into full screen. Click play. And of course, it loads up into a whole separate window. And why am I, oh, no, why am I having like, it's weird. This full screen window here in BSPWM, it does not seem to like it because I'm getting like weird glitchiness when I move around. Like some things, I don't know why that's happening. This has literally never happened in any of my test builds or anything. Dude, this zombie. So there you go. That's a zombie run animation there. It's one of them. Zombie's very annoying. Let me pick up a gun. We're getting graphical glitches. I swear to God, I've never had this happen. Much T. Like, why are you glitching all over the place? Like, what the heck? You know what? Let's move this over there. Yeah. So I'll know what was happening. I'll know why that's messing up, but we've got items that spawn in. We've got a zombie who I'm going to go ahead and take out. But yeah, we've got an inventory system. We can go over and pick up items, and you can drag them into your backpack. You can drag items from your backpack into your backpack. You can hold, like, you know, you can get guns. We have an IK system, so your character looks, you know, where he's supposed to be based off of what you're looking at. And so that's kind of neat. We can pick up different items. So we've got an AK on right now. We can plop on a pistol. So we've got a pistol nail, AK. We'll got nice running and everything. Oh, and by the way, we also have hats and a gas mask. I could take this outfit off, but I've been putting on attachments and everything that you'll be able to get for your character. Let's see. Where did that zombie go? Oh, there he is. So let me show shooting. So aim. So we've got a bullet trail and shell ejection, all of that good stuff. Where did the Zambezi go? I keep losing my zombie. Is he up there? I think he is. Yep, that's where he's at. What are you doing, buddy? Come on. So, you got blood coming out. We can shoot them in the head. They fall. And, you know, you can put different stuff in your backpack. We got crouching. So you can crouch down and hide from your enemies. The next system that I'm going to be setting up on or working on is I need to set up a like a line trace from the character's face to where we're looking at the center of the screen, that white dot there. Because right now you could stand at this wall right here and like, you know, how like as soon as our dot goes here, we're just going to be shooting at the wall very awkwardly and wrongly. But if we go right here, we could shoot from behind this wall. And instead of having that, I'm going to set up a line trace or a ray trace from the center of the character's face to the center of where our vision is. And if that line trace doesn't connect up with the point that we're actually hitting at the center of our screen, then you won't be able to fire and your pistol will go up, or your weapon will go up as well. So I'm going to work on that, get that all set up right. And yeah, so that's kind of where the game's at now. And yeah, so it actually wasn't too hard to get Unity to this point and get my project to work, but it can be finicky. So let me go ahead and talk about it for a second. So when it comes to Unity and versions, for me, the version of Unity that worked best for me is the 2022 release version, the regular old release version. I'm using 2022.1.14 F1. And when I use this one, it works fine. It like these type of instance array does not match expected type. This is just because of the new input system. This has nothing to do with Unity. It's actually a known bug in the new version or new update of the input system, which is fucking awesome. Good job, Unity. Now every time when I'm done playing my game, I get a whole bunch of errors, which makes it very hard to find like real relevant errors, but whatever. It is what it is. The engine, all I had to do was on Arch, there is a known section on the Arch Wiki for Unity Hub that talks about not being able to click after clicking play. And that was the only bug I was having with this version of Unity. All the other ones, I'd have random crashes. They were just very unstable. This one was working pretty stably, but I wouldn't be able to click anything. And to fix that, all you have to do is follow Unity's little page that they have on it, which is, let me just go to it, Unity Hub Arch. And if you go here, oh, whoops, not here, Unity Hub 3D on the Arch Wiki. If you go here, it actually talks about it, that you need to install the Unity Hub AUR package. And if you scroll down here, well, it'll also walk you through getting extra packages for Visual Studio Code, or I use VS Codium. So I recommend checking that out, getting those .NET SDK and runtime. Again, if you're assuming you're going to work with Unity, then down in here, where is it? The downgrade here. Menus don't react to clicks after entering play mode. And so you just grab the downgrade AUR package and then downgrade glib2 and select the 2.72.1 version. And then after that, literally Unity works fantastic, just the way it would on Windows. No problem. Except for when I go into full screen mode, that seems to be real not good. But I'm going to assume that has something to do with BSPWM and not Unity itself. Seems much more likely. But it's okay. I know. Tyler with hair is a totally different person. That is for sure. That's for damn sure. But yeah, so this is my Linux development environment. It is very, very nice. And also I am using, let me move this over here. I am using VS Codium as my, I guess some would call IDE, but not really. It's just my text editor. I don't know why. This is just me, and it has nothing to do with real world, like tangible reasons for using something. But when it comes to working with Unity and C# together, like I'm saying both Unity and C#, for some reason, I really, really like using VS Codium or VS Code, either one. I mean, really, in all honesty, the only reason I'll care is if I'm able to not use Windows. And like, because I mean, why remove the Microsoft bits from VS Code when you're using Windows? Like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't matter. They're still getting everything anyway. It's a futile attempt, but whatever. VS Codium is really nice for working with Unity and C#, just because I don't know, the color coding is very accurate, I guess. Like it's very rare that I have any problems with like some things that shouldn't be the same color being the same color. Like, hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. It's just it's dumb things. It's just I like VS Codium. It makes sense with, or VS Code in general just makes kind of sense with Unity and C#. And it's also remarkably simple to get set up for a project. Like, it's just stupidly simple. It's great. But yeah, so I'm back to using Polybar, which I've never really been known to use, but I've tried it a few times. But I'm back to using it, back to BSPWM and Arch. I'm glad to be on Arch, my old stomping grounds, home, as some would say. My old home, Arch, feels good, feels nice, feels like where I should be, feels like where I've needed to be. But yeah, so this is it. When it comes to launching programs, I have done a little configuration, just a tiny bit with my Rofi. I've taken it from looking good to fucking awesome. So yeah, there's a timer or a timeout on my Rofi. So if I just sit here and don't do anything, it won't do anything. I'm opening it up on DRun so that it opens up on my apps menu, so I can go through here and I got all the, relevant programs that I would normally want to launch, like Discord, OBS, Firefox, all that stuff. And using Alt 1 through 4, I can switch between the menus. I can go over to commands, launch any command I got on the system here, go over to the active. This will show me the active windows and also the workspace that it's on, which is kind of fucking awesome. But I mean, like, let's be honest, if you use Rofi, you know this. And then I've also got a nice little file manager or file browser over here on it too, so I can go through my files, which I really only use this for like just seeing if a file is in a folder, like if a folder is empty, like checking my downloads, seeing if I've got something in there. Like, you know, I don't really use it. It doesn't really have a practical purpose, but it's just awesome. It's just nice to have it. But yeah, like, I have to be honest, this is probably the best rice I've ever done. I think it's fantastic. The animations, I'm using the Julius Picom, heavily modified. I keep having graphical glitches with my windows. Again, I don't know what it is that I did with full screen, but whatever I did with full screen, it has just the computer, no likey yet. So let me save. I don't know what I changed, but let me save whatever I changed. And then let me see. I guess I could just load back up some music for anybody who didn't see the Glava visualizer. I can play some more music. Let's see.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be.
So yeah, boys, there's about to be a lot more Linux content on the channel. I'm kind of excited about it. But there's definitely going to be a lot of streaming this game development. So there's going to be some nice background music while I work, and it's probably going to be mostly boring unless you're interested in game development. Then it'll be interesting. But more details will come out about the game as time goes on. No, it's not like a big profit venture. I'm literally making the game that I would want to play on my Steam Deck constantly. So yeah, it's going to get better and better as time goes on, and I'm just happy to be able to develop it on Linux now. So yeah, and I'm excited to have like actually like really nice development environment set up. It's actually kind of really fucking awesome. Like, it just looks good and I like it. So yeah, that's about it for today. Hopefully you guys found the stream interesting and somehow helpful. I mean, I think I covered some helpful stuff, maybe. Maybe, like, if you want to get Unity installed, at least for me, the version that I'm using and downgrading glib2 works great. That's what I recommend doing if you want to develop a Unity game on Linux. And I'm going to be doing it here on the channel. So hopefully you guys find that interesting. Let me know if you do. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream that I do. Boy, see you boys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.